Who would like a life of more joy and purpose? Well, who wouldn't? I've been fortunate enough to have a therapy swap recently with the wonderful Lorraine Keeling. Lorraine is the director of Quantum Creator Ltd and the creator of Quantum Creator Therapy, an empowering therapy that guides you towards a life of more joy and purpose. Watch on and you can see our therapy swap. So first you'll see a conversation between Lorraine and I about the therapies that we participated in together. Then you'll see the EFT session that I delivered for Lorraine. And after that, you'll see the Quantum Creator session that she delivered for me. And if you're interested in either of these therapies, you can find both of our contact details at the end of the video and at various points in the middle of the video as well. I hope you enjoy it and I look forward to hearing what you think of it. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, nice to see you again.
You too. So this call is just to chat about how we found our sessions. So I'm really curious, how did the EFT session feel for you?
It's good as a therapist. It's really good to be on the receiving end. And
Yeah,
obviously, I practice what I preach because when you're dealing with lots of different people and there's lots going on, you need to sort of step back and take some time for yourself. And it's really helped me to say no, because I've been saying to clients as well, saying no to someone else is saying yes to yourself. And you can get bombarded by taking on too many things. So, even just this morning, someone said, well, I've got this new training course coming up. And I've said, not at the moment, maybe next year. So
mm,
sometimes if it feels like something I might be interested in, it'll still be happening again next year. So
yeah, I think that's a really good,
yeah,
yeah,
going into the flow. And I have booked some things in, so I'm not getting overwhelmed, but I'm booking in days of rest in my diary as well. And
that's lovely. It's getting the balance, isn't it? Because yeah, you're right. It's not about doing nothing, but it's about doing what's manageable and what you can enjoy. I think when we try and cram too many things in, well, you can't enjoy it, can you really? So it's lovely to hear that it's made that really noticeable, significant shift.
it's reminding me, that self-care is really important to be a better therapist myself.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I feel like I always need to be having some sort of sessions, and for me, it's usually with another EFT practitioner, and I'll do swaps. But it makes such a difference. You do need it when you're supporting people all day, don't you?
yeah, and it helps to kind of re-energize you as well and stay focused and to prioritize. And if you haven't dealt with something, then it wasn't top of the list, and it's fine. It can just drift away.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think we can get so caught up in I have to do this and I have to do that, and I had a big lesson in that myself last week as well because I was not very well, and I had such a busy week planned, and it just turned out that there was nothing that couldn't wait. And that's, people, there was a lot of meetings needed to be rescheduled, and everyone was fine and everyone understood and was happy for that. And even client sessions, clients understand as well if you're not well and you need to take that time. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think
And
sorry.
also, they don't want to catch it either.
Yeah, well, my sessions are all on Zoom, so
Oh, you're
you'd
on
be
Zoom.
doing well to catch germs via Zoom. Um, but yeah, it's what I was thinking is it's not fair to my clients, even though they can't catch it. If I'm ill enough that I'm not concentrating properly, I'm not delivering the
Yeah.
session that they deserve. So yeah, I think people are quite understanding about that because they want to get the best that they can for their sessions as well.
And then when you take that time out, it gives you kind of an energy boost when you do kind of move on to something new. And I have just, I got invited to go to some business training in Marbella in December. So,
Wow, that sounds great.
yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like one of she's one of Bob Proctor's kind of business trainers, and it's very spiritual business type training,
Mm,
and to focusing on what you want to create for the future. And it's the week after my book comes out, so it's a really good timing for that, and
yeah.
it's all kind of flowing nicely. So
How exciting. That sounds really good. And I love that where you've opened up that space and something so magical has just fallen into it. It's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's welcoming all, the right opportunities to come in, and then say no to something that's maybe not quite right at the moment, or.
Yeah. And for you, do those, I feel like I'm asking this as a leading question, but how do you, let me ask it like this. How do you know which are the ones that you want to say yes to and where you want to, where you might want to say no and put some more boundaries in place?
You just get a gut feeling. I
Yeah.
trust my instincts. It's, shall I do
Yeah.
it? If I'm not sure, I close my eyes and breathe in. And then if it's still uncertain, what I sometimes do is I'll toss a coin. If I think, oh, I don't know either way, and toss a coin. And if you think, oh, I wished it had been the other way, then there's your
Then
answer.
you know, yeah. Yeah, that's so what I was gonna say was, do you get a gut feeling? And I thought that's a really leading question.
But there are sometimes really, it really doesn't matter. So both options will be good for me. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
but usually there is kind of a preference for one thing or the other.
Yeah, and I tend to think if it's not like a really exciting, definite yes, then it's a no, especially if I'm getting to one of those periods where I've taken more and more and more on and I'm starting to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good now. So now I'm saying, now I've got that booked in December. Anything new is for next year now. So
Yeah,
apart from already booked in, anything new is next year. So, and
yeah,
that's fine. I've got enough to keep me busy until the end of the year.
amazing. That sounds really good. Is there anything else that you wanted to share about the session that you had?
Just to focus on your self-care and to make sure that you do kind of take time out for yourself, whether it's meditation or seeing a therapist or even just spending time in nature or a
Yeah,
breathwork class. There's so many different options, and to just do what feels right for you. Sometimes you're ready to do something that's a bit deeper. Sometimes you just want to go to a gong bath and lie there and feel the vibrations.
yeah.
And there's so many different ways to boost your energy and heal.
I think that's a really good point because sometimes you'll find people like me going, "Oh, do EFT, it's the best thing," and it might not be your thing, or you might have someone that's saying, "I'll do breath work, that's the best thing," and it's back to that gut feeling again, isn't it? Which is my self-care. And I also wanted to add creativity to that list because that's felt huge for me recently. I think you get to a point where you've done a lot of healing work and it's not, I don't think that's ever finished. I think we continue with that throughout our lives. But you reach a point where you're okay enough that there's got to be some creativity to bring the joy in, and it sort of stops being about survival and starts being about joy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cool.
how have you been since your quantum healing session?
Yeah, I've been well, yeah, I've had my cold. But yeah, after that session, it was really powerful. And I've had, yeah, quite a lot of developments. And what was really interesting, and I know that you'd said to get in touch, and I could have, and it was on my mind that I knew that I could have. Um, and I had some other support, so I didn't. But so the following day, I got a message from someone that just clicked me right into it. So the session, if you haven't watched the rest of the video, the session that I had, the thing that came up for me to heal was around victim mentality. Um, and yeah, I had a message the following day that really kicked me into that victim mode in a massive way. And it just felt like a really big sort of final clearing. So it was really powerful, and I kind of reacted, sort of overreacted. Yeah, I don't really like that term, but I reacted in a way that didn't logically feel proportionate to what had happened. Um, and yeah, and I did call a friend and co-regulate, which is something that I used to need quite a lot when I was earlier in my healing, and I've been much more able to self-regulate for many years. But yeah, that came up in a huge way. And then it wasn't until like the day after that that I was like, oh, I wonder if that was linked to the session that I had. And then the other thing was that I just started noticing it. Like if any victim mentality comes out, I just started noticing like, oh, that's victim mentality. But it hasn't come up as much, and I've noticed where I've started to think differently, and where I've started to feel. So although it was quite intense those first couple of days, it's really started to settle. I started to feel much stronger. Um, and yeah, it's felt like a really, really big shift. And I think that when I sort of within the session kind of heard my voice saying victim mentality, I knew it was going to be big, because I knew that was a big pattern that I had to heal. And so I imagine it's not always that intense for people. What's been your experience?
It can vary quite a lot. I mean, you get what's needed on the day for the particular client. So sometimes you'll get a client that has maybe had an issue from ages ago and then seen it as a grown up and, a lot more kind of spiritually advanced. And they might start laughing at something that's like, why did that even bother me? That wouldn't even bother me anymore. So they've cleared things from the past and completely changed a way of thinking. So they might have replaced, fear with courage, and they've shifted that energy vibration.
Yeah,
And some people can really laugh and cry in the same session because
yeah,
they cried initially at the issue and then released it, but then laughed because they realized that they're way more powerful than they thought they were, and they can
yeah,
deal with it so easily going
yeah.
forward. Yeah.
We get a lot of that in EFT as well, and I think those are the best sessions. I think where you have that huge range of emotion, those are the biggest shifts. And like EFT, it was I kind of needed some rest in the days afterwards, and yeah, a bit of time to let that process through. But I think it is incredibly powerful work, and I think yeah, I would definitely encourage people to give it a go if you feel drawn to it, because I really enjoyed the session that we did. So last year, no, it wasn't last year, it was this year, at the Women Only Wellness Gathering. I was a participant in one of your group sessions, wasn't I, in the Stone Circle. And I really enjoyed that, and it was lovely and it was relaxing, but it didn't I don't think I could have realized from that the difference between a group session and a one-to-one session, how much more powerful that is. So yeah, I would, if someone's looking for a modality, or yeah, a means of healing, I think it's a really, really powerful one. When people come to you, do they usually come with something like consciously that they want to work on?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's not always the issue they've originally come with that is work
Yeah,
today, because it could be that they've got an issue with overeating, but then that overeating goes back to childhood where there's been some abuse and they've been cushioning themselves with that or something like that. So it will often be linked, but sometimes their own guidance will say, right, we're not dealing with that today. This is what you need to deal with today.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah,
will be that healing as one aspect is more beneficial than the original issue.
yeah. Yeah, I think there are so many parallels between our two therapies, because yeah, the same happens with EFT. But yeah, it was really good and really powerful, and I would recommend it to anyone. Is there anything else that you want to say before we bring the conversation to a close?
It's be good to catch up with you again next year at the Women Only Wellness.
Yeah, definitely. That will be lovely. Or before, if we get a chance.
Yeah, you never know.
Cool.
I do seem to be going around the country in different places. So I'm
Oh,
actually
amazing.
Yorkshire this for the Wednesday. I'm going on Wednesday night for Thursday, Friday. the Spiritual Business Awards. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
in Rough near Hull, so I seem to be kind of going all over the place.
Flitting
Poland.
about everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's
Well,
very
enjoy.
international, this, so yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Hi, nice to see you
Hello.
again.
And you.
So today we're going to do a Q-RIT session, which is Quantum Regression Integration Therapy. And it brings together lots of different modalities, including hypnotherapy, EFT. Sometimes we bring in the Hawaiian prayer, the Ho'oponopono. So it's led by your wise self. So your inner guidance will guide me to where you need to go and what's best for you to do today. Quite often we shift energy and release any limiting beliefs. So we'll tune in, we'll do like a light guided meditation, which takes you into a different level in terms of your brain waves. As obviously I know you're a therapist and you know all about this.
Yeah.
You'll just be a natural at this. It's very easy for people that are already in tune with shifting energies, that they can just tune into it and tune into the quantum field really easily. But go slightly deeper than, if you think of the subconscious mind when you're doing hypnotherapy, it takes it to another level. So you're going into the superconscious mind. So if you think of the iceberg that's often used, you've got the tip of the iceberg, your conscious thinking mind, your subconscious mind, the iceberg underneath, and then the superconscious is basically the whole ocean. So you're tuning into that and you're tapping into your wise part of you. Some people refer to it as the soul. It doesn't really matter how you label these things, just know it's the greatest good for you, and that wise kind of guidance that comes through automatically. So if you'd like to just make yourself comfortable. There's different ways of doing this. Sometimes people do have, a reason for having the Q-RIT session, but it's quite nice to often just ask that higher self, the wise part of you, what is it that you're ready to release? So once you're in a trance-like state, that will just pop into your mind and you'll say, today I'm going to release or change this thing. So if you'd like to close your eyes. And as with all therapies, we always set the intention to only follow suggestions for your highest good. And we'll begin by just noticing the breathing and relaxing the breathing. And today, we're going to be using that wise part, the intuition, and to let go of the chatty mind. And the brain is a wonderful tool, but today we'll be more focused on the energy of the heart center, bringing in that divine wisdom and guidance. And as you notice your breathing, allow that breathing to become very gentle, but also very slow and deep, allowing you to step into that state where you're in a state of inner calm. And now that your eyes are closed, you may like to imagine that there is a tiny droplet of water on each eyelid, and this creates ripples of relaxation across your face. And you can imagine it's like a soothing waterfall now, a waterfall of pleasant relaxation. This flows over your shoulders, down your back, soothing and cleansing your energy field, preparing you for a pleasant change. And already that wise part of you is aware of this opportunity to make those changes to enhance your life. And you may be aware of thoughts that come and go. And you may notice these thoughts, acknowledge them, and let them drift away like a cloud. And as that waterfall of soothing energy continues to flow all around you, you notice yourself feeling more at peace. And that soothing energy surrounds you now. And you are feeling safe and protected. And beginning to breathe into your heart center now. And you know that your heart has a huge energy field all around it. And the energy of the heart center is very powerful. And when you breathe into this heart center, you automatically tune in to that wisest part of you, to your higher self, to that divine wisdom. And as you breathe into your heart center, always saying the first thing that comes to mind, regardless of whether it may seem silly at times. We're invited to go with the flow and to use that creative higher guidance. So breathing into your heart center and intentionally connecting to the wisest part of you, asking your wise self, what energy or emotion would you like to change or release today?
I'd like to release any victim mentality.
So victim mentality. So that's an excellent thing that your wise self has chosen to release today. So tuning into that victim mentality, acknowledging that it's ready to be released. And we're going to give it a scale between 1 and 10, where 10 is high. What number would you give it right now?
7.
7. And that number 7, we're inviting that number 7 to reduce down to 2, 1 or 0 today. And noticing that victim mentality and asking that wise part of you, if the victim mentality had a shape or a colour, what would that be?
Blue.
Blue. And that blue victim, that energy, does it have a shape?
It's kind of a long shape. It's a bit fuzzy.
Okay. And noticing that the blue, long, fuzzy victim mentality energy is there to be released today. As you scan your body, notice whereabout that energy is located.
In the heart.
In the heart. And your wise self has shown you that it's located in the heart in order that you can release it. So we're going to now bring in that universal quantum, high vibration healing energy. So begin by imagining now that you are surrounded in a bubble of love. It's very high vibration love energy. The most powerful, limitless energy in the universe. And what colour is that love energy?
Pink.
Pink. Excellent. That's a favourite colour for the love energy. And I think there's a lot of that pink love energy in the quantum field all around you already before we even began. So now intentionally, with the guidance of that wise part of you, bring up the intensity of that bubble of love energy all around you. Notice the high vibration of that love energy. Know that it is limitless. It is there for you. And there may be other helpful energies around you at this time. Welcome any high vibration energy. And as always, only inviting in energy for your highest good. And as that pink love energy grows stronger and stronger, begin to breathe it into your heart center, breathing that love energy towards that blue fuzzy victim energy, and breathing out with every outward breath that fuzzy blue victim energy that is ready to be released. Know that this process continues with every single inward breath and every single outward breath. And as you know, the universal pink love energy is limitless. And the more of it that you take into your heart center, the stronger it gets. And the more you release that blue, fuzzy victim mentality, the more it creates space for more of the love energy to flow in. And during this process, you may be aware of tingling sensations. And intentionally, you may like to blow out even further. You may choose to make sounds. Often people like to make a whoosh sound as you blow out and release that victim energy. Notice the shift in the energy as you release that which is no longer needed. And the more you release and blow out that blue fuzzy victim energy, that's great. The more it creates space for the pink love to flow in. And your heart is beginning to dance with joy as you release that old stuck victim energy. Knowing this is raising your vibrations during this process. And the more you blow it out, the lighter you may feel, having released the burden of carrying around that fuzzy victim energy that no longer serves you. And as you blow out and release, it may form a cloud or something else in front of you. Allow it to form in whatever shape is right for you today. Just knowing that it is being released from you and is now external. And noticing that number 7, how's that changed?
That's definitely gone down.
Excellent work, and you're doing great work. And as that number continues to reduce with every inward and outward breath, and you continue to release that victim mentality, as you blow it out, what does it form as it is released?
It feels like it's gone quite far into the distance. It's hard to see it.
Excellent. It's already on its way. And are you intentionally sending it back to Source, to Mother Earth, or somewhere else?
I'm not sure. It's just into the distance.
Into the distance. And when it's into the distance, allow it to keep going in one direction only, so that it goes further and further. And you may like to imagine that beautiful energy, the element of wind, assisting you in blowing it further and further away, so that it goes beyond the sky, into space beyond the stars, beyond gravity, so that it can only go in one direction now. It's impossible for it to return to you. Notice that feeling of release and relief as it goes further and further away. And that space in your heart can be filled with that pink love energy, raising your vibration. And as you've created a very deep and lasting energy shift within your heart center, I'd like to invite you to bring in that activation energy now. So we're going to activate more of your DNA with a beautiful high vibration DNA activation. And bringing in that high source energy through the crown of your head. Notice it flowing through every single muscle, every single cell, into your atoms, into your DNA. Allow your vibration to change. And this happens at a level that is right for you today. Bringing that source energy into your DNA, upgrading your DNA. And in your heart now, we're going to say the word activate 3 times. And with each time, focus your attention on activating your DNA at a higher level. So thinking and embracing the energy with the word activate, 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 and allowing that activation energy to continue to flow. And there may be tingling sensations within the body. You may begin to feel lighter. You may be remembering that you are in fact a being of light. And you are surrounded now by that pink love energy that is growing even stronger as you continue to activate your DNA. And you find that this continues over the coming days and weeks, particularly during sleep time, as you set the intention to activate more of your DNA during that restful state of sleeping, allowing that wise part of you to bring in more of this DNA activation. And this is a process that happens at a level and speed that is right for you. And as that DNA activation continues in the background, breathing into your heart center once more and noticing the change, having released that blue fuzzy victim mentality energy. And if there is any remnants of it still there, now is the time to ask it to leave as you blow out with every outward breath, completely releasing that blue fuzzy victim mentality. You can be free from that now. Excellent. And asking that wise part of you, why was it there? And there's a part of you that remembers everything. Tuning into that. There may have been another lifetime, another time, another place, where you have also felt the energy of that victim mentality. So I invite you to explore this now. And I'll count down from 3 down to 1. And on the count of 1, you'll find yourself viewing from a safe distance that time where there has been that victim mentality. Relaxing down now. 3, 2, 1. And allow those scenes or images to be there now, for you to view them from a safe distance. And if it helps, you may imagine that you are sitting in a cinema, watching from a distance these images on the screen. It may appear as distant images, colours, words, or even metaphors, allowing that wise part of you to give you that clarity. Notice why that victim mentality was there. Allowing yourself to observe from a safe distance. Knowing that you have freed yourself from this energy. And if you feel there is any remaining connection to the energy of victim mentality, now is the time to dissolve that connection. And you can bring in any different energies that you choose for dissolving that connection. You can bring in the energies of fire. You may imagine cords or ribbons being cut with powerful scissors. Allow that creative, wise part of you to guide you and dissolve any remaining connections to that victim mentality. And to bring in any clarity, and now any lessons that can be learned from that. You may be reminded of the lesson to have healthy boundaries. And you have the power to rewrite that scene now. Imagining the empowered version of you, rewriting a scene throughout any time and space where you are in your power, where you are very empowered to have those healthy boundaries. And you reach a level where you don't even acknowledge anymore any lower energies, and any lower energies can just drift away. And that number 7 now, what number is it down to now?
1.
1. And that number 1, is it going down to 0 today?
No, I don't think so.
That's fine. That's a massive progress from 7 down to 1. And you may find that that number 1 still has a few lessons for you, and it will reduce down over the next few weeks to 0. But knowing now that you've made immense progress already, still imagining you're in your own private cinema, and we're going to create a new empowered version of you, having released that victim mentality, and imagining yourself now on the screen in a situation where you may have previously felt that victim mentality, but this time you're creating the version of you that is fully empowered with healthy boundaries. Know how people respect your boundaries. Notice that the change in you encourages the change in others. Seeing yourself empowered with healthy boundaries. Notice how good it feels to know that you can create that reality. And making that best version of you now bolder and brighter. Noticing the light on your face. Happy, empowered, living your best life. And create that best version of you as bold and bright as you choose. Notice how people react to that version of you, how they respect your boundaries, how they seek your guidance with such gratitude. And step into that new version of you now. Notice how it feels. And allow that wise part of you to give you any additional guidance, any additional messages. And remember that you can ask that wise part of you for guidance anytime that you choose. And from now on, you find that you are more connected to your inner wisdom. You allow your intuition to grow stronger. And as this happens, you create more opportunities. And when you act on that gut feeling, that inner knowing, it signals to that wise part of you that you are listening. And the more you listen, the more guidance you receive. And having done such beautiful work around your heart center now, I invite you to bring in that lovely energy of that Hawaiian prayer that has been used for hundreds and thousands of years. The words have a very high vibration. And today we're going to direct that prayer towards your own heart center. And the words to use are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And repeat those words in your own time now, either out loud or internally.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. What was next?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love
I
you.
love you.
And feel the energy of that prayer in your heart center. And the joy of the connection between your heart center and your wise self. And you can repeat that again, adding additional words.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
And allow that wise part of you now to give you that gift. Whether it's an affirmation, guidance, whatever it may be. And when you've received that gift, feel the gratitude in your heart. And we thank these energies, and we're going to thank that higher self, that wise part of you, and the universal field. And I'd like you to repeat the following. Thank you for releasing
Thank you for releasing
and clearing
and clearing
all those old stuck energies,
all those old stuck energies,
the energies of victim mentality,
the energies of victim mentality,
releasing across all dimensions,
releasing across all dimensions,
clearing throughout space and time,
clearing throughout space and time,
clearing and healing through all lives,
clearing and healing through all lives,
right down to the level of my cells
right down to the level of my cells
and my DNA structure.
and my DNA structure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And do you feel complete for today?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. You've done excellent work there. And allow that lighter feeling to flow through you as you begin to bring your awareness back to your body. Taking a few deep breaths, and you might like to move your fingers and toes. Circling your shoulders and stretching, and opening your eyes in your own time.
It's really...
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That was incredible. That was so good. It felt like it went really, really deep, and it was, I didn't expect that to come up. It's something that I've worked on. I've been working on it over the last few weeks while I've been doing like the money mindset work. And yeah, so it was kind of halfway out sort of thing. So that was like really incredible to do that. Yeah, that was really good. There were bits where I wasn't really sure whether I was meant to speak out loud or not, but
it's up to you. I mean, I just tune in, really. Some people get so relaxed that they don't even want to speak.
Yeah, I think that's how I felt. It felt like, and even when I was repeating at the end, I felt like I was slurring my words because I was so relaxed. But yeah, that was so good. And there was like an inner child part that came as well, that was like really reluctant to let that energy go. And so, but it was really like kind of the higher self part had to be there to nurture and support that inner child part, and get her to trust that it was safe to let that go. And I think that's probably what the one was about, just a little bit of holding on. But it was really lovely as like the pink energy came in. She just like let that relax her and just went to sleep. And then yeah, just really, it felt like, yeah, like integration of an inner child part, like more integrated than I've felt previously. So that was amazing.
I could tell it was deep because I could see from your eyelids as well, and I get the intuition coming through that you're really processing a lot, and it felt like you were a lot lighter because I even said, and I could feel that you feel lighter, like you've lifted that old burden.
Yeah, it was amazing, and it's happened just at the right time, because I know we've had this planned for a long time, haven't we? And I don't think that it would have been as powerful if it had landed at a different time in my own processing. So I think it's just incredible how that just works out, like that divine timing just happens. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, the universe knows, even if I'd have to receive it and just go with the flow, and then
yeah, that was so good. Thank you.
you're very welcome. So would you like a card to finish off?
Oh yeah.
We have auspicious symbols. I can't quite see properly. Healing spirits, or a butterfly card. I've just got
Oh, butterfly. Let's have a butterfly.
I'll send you a photograph of it after on the WhatsApp, but I'll just
thank you.
I'll take one for you. I like to do this sometimes at the end of a session. It's just it always resonates.
Yeah, I like a card.
Yeah. So a card for saffron. Interesting. You've got body changes.
Oh, interesting.
So that's probably because you've upgraded your DNA. So
yeah.
So It guides you to focus on changes in your body so that you can influence it in a healthy direction. Time to take charge of your health and remain optimistic. The butterflies show us the power of going through changes. Yeah, so you're upgrading, aren't you? So you're
Mm.
undergoing a similar preparation. Oh, yeah, definitely blooming. Which brings you blessings of new strength and insights. Whether your body changes are a result of, no, it's not the aging process, your lifestyle, it reminds you you have many options available. Give yourself permission to take positive and healthful action. Additional meanings are a new exercise program, changing your healthcare regime, improving your diet, or maybe even getting a makeover, it says.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow. Brilliant.
that's nice that. It's like,
Yeah, that's great.
there's a positive. So if before you go to sleep, if you do the activation again, your higher self knows, your wise self knows. You don't have to know yourself. If you set the intention, say I'm setting the intention,
Mm.
surrounding yourself in your pink love bubble and activating more of your DNA as you go to sleep, let that wise part of you do it in dream time. And then you don't have to overthink it. You just have to give them the job.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you. Good morning. So we're going to do your EFT session now. So do you have an idea of what you would like to work on?
Yes, it's kind of not getting overwhelmed, but still making a lot of progress because I've been doing a lot of business coaching and working on growing my business. But I don't want to burn out. I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're doing too much, you're going to burn out." So I don't want to kind of go too far the other way where I don't make any progress. I want to kind of work on not being overwhelmed and getting the balance right.
Yeah, that sounds good. So where do you feel you're at the moment with that balance? Are you beginning to feel overwhelmed, or is it feeling like, how is it feeling?
Right. I want to do so many things that sometimes I put too many things in my diary.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah,
think, oh, rein yourself in a bit. I need to kind of focus on what I'm currently doing at the moment and working on that before taking on new things. So it's part of my personality type. This came up in one of the coaching sessions. There's you can do a questionnaire that shows you your personality type, and I'm
mm,
a mix of like the heart and diamond using Jim Francis type. And that's like the diamond personality is always wanting to have fun and do new things, a bit like, chasing the shiny new object. And the
yeah.
heart personality is the wanting to help people. So it all kind of blends together. But I need to kind of rein myself in a bit at times.
And is there an emotion connected with all of this? So when you look at your diary and you see so many, is it a paper diary or do you
Yeah,
do it digitally? Paper.
overwhelmed, I'd say sometimes.
Yeah. And can you feel that anywhere in your body?
Yeah, my stomach area.
Okay. Okay. So you know the tapping points, is that right? Do you want me
Mhm.
to go over them with you, or are you happy with that?
You can go over in case you do it slightly differently because not
Yeah.
everyone does it the same way, do they?
That's true. Yes, that's a good point. So if we go through the tapping points, we'll just start with an exercise called hold and breathe, where we're just gently pressing on the tapping points and taking deep breaths. And that's generally a good reminder of where the points are. So we're starting here on the karate chop point and just taking a deep breath and let it go. And another one. And one more. I tend to do 3 on the karate chop point because when we start tapping, we'll say our setup statement 3 times. We'll just do 1 on the rest of the points. So I go to the eyebrow next. So just a gentle pressure and a deep breath. Side of the eye. Under the eye. Under the nose. And if you want to ask about any of the points, feel free to interrupt me. Deep breath. And the chin point. The next one is the collarbone, so we're up there on the chest. And we've got under the arm. Is that one comfortable for you?
That one feels a bit more sore, that one does, yeah.
Okay, okay. But you can reach it, okay.
Reach it. That is one of the more kind of sensitive ones, isn't it?
It depends on the person, yeah. So if it's feeling sensitive for you, then that's, yeah, it's just where you are today. And then top of the head. Okay. Does that all feel okay?
Stuff's already popping into my head because, you know, my therapist's head's going on. The overwhelm is what stood out for me over some recent training was the Japanese method of working called Kaizen, which is it's like it's steady, good steady progress without going full speed.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Coming into my head more.
Yeah, I think that's a good, sounds like a good model. Okay, so let's start tapping. So we'll start tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I'm looking for this balance,
Even though I'm looking for this balance,
and I'm not sure I've found it yet,
and I'm not sure I've found it yet.
people are saying that I'm going to burn out.
People are saying that I'm going to burn out.
And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I feel a bit overwhelmed,
And even though I feel a bit overwhelmed,
when I look at this diary with all this writing in it,
when I look at this diary with all this writing in it,
and I'm worried that I can't fit everything in,
and I'm worried that I can't fit everything in,
that's okay.
that's okay.
I accept that's where I am right now.
I accept that's where I am right now.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I'm starting to feel overwhelmed.
Even though I'm starting to feel overwhelmed.
Because I really want to do everything.
Because I really want to do everything.
But I just need to focus.
But I just need to focus.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And I'm okay.
And I'm okay.
And I love and accept all of myself anyway.
And I love and accept all of myself anyway.
Lovely. Onto the eyebrows. This feeling of overwhelm.
This feeling of overwhelm.
Side of the eye, I can feel it in my stomach.
I can feel it in my stomach.
I wonder if I'm trying to do too much.
I wonder if I'm trying to do too much.
I really want to do all of the things.
I really want to do all of the things.
And then I get overwhelmed.
And then I get overwhelmed.
And I accept that's where I'm at right now.
And I accept that's where I'm at right now.
I want to do all of the things.
I want to do all of the things.
But I also want to focus.
But I also want to focus.
I wonder how it would feel.
I wonder how it would feel.
To allow myself to slow down.
To allow myself to slow down.
I wonder if there's anything that I could say no to.
I wonder if there's anything that I could say no to.
I wonder how that would feel.
I wonder how that would feel.
I'd like to focus on what's important.
I'd like to focus on what's important.
I'd like to make steady progress.
I'd like to make steady progress.
Without going full speed.
Without going full speed.
I've been going full speed so far.
I've been going full speed so far.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I've been really excited about my work.
I've been really excited about my work.
And I want this work to last.
And I want this work to last.
So I'm finding a speed of steady progress.
So I'm finding a speed of steady progress.
A speed that I can maintain.
A speed that I can maintain.
While still getting enough time to rest.
While still getting enough time to rest.
Enough time to do other things.
Enough time to do other things.
I'm finding my way to this steady pace now.
I'm finding my way to this steady pace now.
And take a deep breath. How does that feel?
There's a few things that came into my head then, like prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Less is more.
Yeah.
And something that's coming back to me that I've said a lot to clients lately, saying no to someone else is saying yes to yourself. So
yeah.
it's like, look at you.
We deliver the things that we need, don't we, so often?
Yeah.
So how does it feel to reflect on the things that you might say no to and letting go of some things?
It's like sometimes I can say not yet.
Yeah.
So it's not always yes or no. It's not right now or not yet.
Mm.
Be done later. This can be done in January.
And does
So
that feel okay?
yeah.
Okay. So if you go back to that feeling of overwhelm in your stomach, is that still there?
It's like I've got a nice metaphor that pops in then. Like imagine it was like waves like really crashing. Now it's kind of like a more gentle sea.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That sounds really positive. So we didn't give that feeling a number at the beginning, but if you were to rate how strong that overwhelmed feeling is from 0 to 10, how strong, if you could guess how strong it was at the beginning, and then how strong does it feel now?
I'd say it's gone from about a 7 to a 5.
Okay. So there's still a good bit of that there.
There's a bit of resistance still, but yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about the resistance.
It feels like it's not my resistance.
Okay.
It's like picking things up from other people sometimes. You can't just suddenly change so quickly and things. But I am making quite a big change. I saw somebody yesterday that I hadn't seen for ages. And she said, "Oh, wow, you're doing well. You're writing the book. You've got all these people on your YouTube channel. I think you've changed, you know." making progress. And it was a bit like, people don't expect, even though
you've frozen a little bit there.
if people fear change. Oh, you froze then for a second.
Sorry, I lost you. I think it might be my connection, so I am just going to plug my Ethernet cable in. 1 second, sorry.
It's all right.
Right. Hopefully, see if it switches over. Hopefully we should be okay now. Sorry, do you want to just say again what you were just saying?
It's sort of like, I think sometimes I'm picking up on the collective chaos and the fear of change, because we're in very sort of changeable times.
Yeah.
Even though I'm wanting to get past kind of the changeable times so that I can settle more. I think that's part of the wanting to go at full speed, but I need to take it steadier. That's the better way to do it, really, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'll stick, won't it? If you can do it slowly, it's more likely to be strong as you're building it. Okay. So let's tap on that resistance. So even though I have this resistance to slowing down,
even though I have this resistance to slowing down,
I want to get past this changeable time.
I want to get past this changeable time
so that I can settle.
So that I can settle.
I accept that I have these feelings.
I accept that I have these feelings.
And I love and accept me anyway.
And I love and accept me anyway.
Even though I don't want to slow down.
Even though I don't want to slow down.
It doesn't feel safe to slow down.
It doesn't feel safe to slow down.
I just want to get to the settled bit.
I just want to get to the settled bit.
And rush past this bit.
And rush past this bit.
And I'm not sure that this is coming from me.
And I'm not sure that this is coming from me.
And all of that's okay.
And all of that's okay.
I'm choosing to love and accept myself anyway.
I'm choosing to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though we're in such changeable times.
Even though we're in such changeable times.
And I think I'm picking up some of this resistance.
And I think I'm picking up some of this resistance.
From the people around me.
From the people around me.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And I'm okay.
And I'm okay.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Brilliant. Onto the eyebrows. All this resistance.
Resistance to change.
I'm not sure if it's mine.
I'm not sure if it's mine.
I might be picking it up.
I might be picking it up.
From the people around me.
From the people around me.
This resistance to slowing down.
This resistance to slowing down.
I just want to get to the stable bit.
I just want to get to the stable bit.
I don't want things to keep changing.
I don't want things to keep changing.
I want to build this business quickly.
I want to build this business quickly.
And I accept that I feel that way.
And I accept that I feel that way.
And another part of me knows.
And another part of me knows.
That taking things steady.
That taking things steady.
Is going to be better for me and my business.
It's going to be better for me and my business.
I wonder if I could allow myself to slow down.
I wonder if I could allow myself to slow down.
Part of me doesn't like that idea.
Part of me doesn't like that idea.
Part of me is very resistant.
Part of me is very resistant.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I'd like to invite that part.
I'd like to invite that part.
To stand aside for a little while.
To stand aside for a little while.
And allow me to slow down.
And allow me to slow down.
Maybe it could be safe to slow down.
Maybe it could be safe to slow down.
Maybe it's the gentle thing to do.
Maybe it's the gentle thing to do.
Maybe it's the kindest thing for me.
Maybe it's the kindest thing for me.
And for my business.
And for my business.
I deserve to have balance in my life.
I deserve to have balance in my life.
It's safe for me to slow down.
It's safe for me to slow down.
It doesn't mean letting go of anything.
It doesn't mean letting go of anything.
That I really don't want to let go of.
That I really don't want to let go of.
I can still build a business.
I can still build a business.
I can still become a success.
I can still become a success.
Without going full speed ahead.
Without going full speed ahead.
Allowing this process to be gentle.
Allowing this process to be gentle.
Allowing myself to slow down.
Allowing myself to slow down.
Okay, deep breath. How does that feel?
That's good. Something came to mind. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and part of it was explaining that if you're stirring everything up inside the pond and the water is muddy, but when it's calm and still, the water becomes clear. Kind of those waves are now becoming like still and calm.
Brilliant. So if you return to that number, if you tune into the overwhelm in your stomach.
Yeah, it's dropped quite a lot. It's down to 2.
Brilliant. You want to see if we can get it down even further? Or does 2 feel good?
Yeah, we can go. Head for 0.
Let's head for 0. Amazing. Okay, so what? Sorry?
We might get stuck at 1, but we can push for 0.
We'll see what happens. So what is still left in that 2? Where's the resistance?
Well, there's a bit of a feeling as you don't want to slow down too much.
Mm-hmm.
Don't away. So I can it's wanting to reach the balance of the steady progress without getting overwhelmed and stopping.
Yeah. But there's a fear of slowing down too much.
There's a fear of swinging the other way. Yeah, it can, when you're swinging back and forth through different things.
Yeah.
Get it to balance and not to too slow.
Okay, let's jump straight in on that. So even though I have this fear,
Even though I have this fear,
that if I start to slow down,
that if I start to slow down,
I might slow down too much.
I might slow down too much.
And then what might happen?
And then what might happen?
I accept that I have that fear.
I accept that I have that fear.
And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I'm a little bit frightened.
Even though I'm a little bit frightened.
That I might swing too far the other way.
That I might swing too far the other way.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And I'm okay.
And I'm okay.
And I love and accept all of myself exactly as I am.
And I love and accept all of myself exactly as I am.
Even though I have this fear.
Even though I have this fear.
That I might slow down too much.
That I might slow down too much.
So it's best to just keep going.
So it's best to just keep going.
I accept that I feel that way.
I accept that I feel that way.
And I love and accept all of me anyway.
And I love and accept all of me anyway.
Okay, onto the eyebrows. This fear.
This fear.
This fear of slowing down.
This fear of slowing down.
What if I slow down too much?
What if I slow down too much?
What might happen then?
What might happen then?
All this fear of slowing down.
All this fear of slowing down.
What if I slow down so much that I stop?
What if I slow down so much that I stop?
All of this fear.
All of this fear.
All of this fear of slowing down.
All of this fear of slowing down.
I wonder if it needs to be so scary.
I wonder if it needs to be so scary.
What will happen if I slow down too much?
What will happen if I slow down too much?
What will happen if I swing too far the other way?
What will happen if I swing too far the other way?
Perhaps I'll just notice
Perhaps I'll just notice
and move back towards balance.
and move back towards balance.
Maybe it's okay to swing too far the other way.
Maybe it's okay to swing too far the other way.
While I'm finding my happy medium.
While I'm finding my happy medium.
Maybe it's okay.
Maybe it's okay.
Maybe this doesn't have to be perfect straight away.
Maybe this doesn't have to be perfect straight away.
Maybe there's room for exploration here.
Maybe there's room for exploration here.
Maybe there's room for me to find out.
Maybe there's room for me to find out.
How much work feels right.
How much work feels right.
And how that changes over time.
And how that changes over time.
There's no perfect answer here.
There's no perfect answer here.
So it's okay to explore.
So it's okay to explore.
I might slow down more than I want to.
I might slow down more than I want to.
I might even stop for a day or two.
I might even stop for a day or two.
And then I'll start again.
And then I'll start again.
There's time for rest.
There's time for rest.
There's time for slowing down too much.
There's time for slowing down too much.
And then speeding back up again.
And then speeding back up again.
This balance is a moving target.
This balance is a moving target.
And I'm allowing myself so much grace now.
And I'm allowing myself so much grace now.
As I find a pace that works for me.
As I find a pace that works for me.
Okay, take a deep breath. How does that feel?
That's interesting what popped up. It's like, remember in the past when you've overdone things, things happen that you don't like, breaking my ankle to to like force me to rest.
Yeah, and then that is a full stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then in a couple of lazy days, it's not the end of the world of have a few lazy days.
Yeah.
Whereas have, a couple of lazy months, that's a lot worse. So
yeah, which is what happens when you burn out, isn't it? You've got to come to that full stop. And I tend to like not to bring my own stuff in too much, but I tend to think of it if I'm having a day where I think I really need to go slow today. I think, well, if I had a cold or I couldn't work, then I would let myself rest. So let myself rest, and then I'll be feeling better tomorrow. The sooner I catch it and get that rest in where I need it, the sooner I'll be feeling up to getting back to work.
yeah, it's like prevention's better than cure.
Yeah,
Prevention
that's exactly it. Yeah.
is much better. Yeah.
So how does that number feel now?
This is a first. I've asked for the number, thinking, right, we're going to have a see. I haven't got a number at all. I've just got a shape.
Okay.
Which is like a star tetrahedron. It's quite unusual that, because you normally just get, but I'm quite happy with that in my belly instead, because that feels like very balanced.
Okay. Brilliant. That
Yeah.
sounds good. And it feels like a good thing. It feels like a good shape to have there.
Mm.
Amazing. That's lovely. So what we can do if you would like to is we can do some tapping on that memory that came up of what happened when you pushed too far and broke your ankle, if that feels like somewhere that you would like to go, or we can do whatever you want.
Just tuning in to what's. So I think the breaking the ankle, apart from making me shut down,
Yeah.
it was also a reminder to kind of appreciate my body more.
Okay.
Because when you take away the ability to walk, you really appreciate it more. So it's to focus on, even though my body's not perfect, to be grateful that it's, it's pretty good. It's still in
Yeah.
working.
Would you like to do some tapping on that?
On improving my health, I think. Yeah.
On improving your health. Shall we start from a place of tapping on accepting your body and see what comes up and where the resistance is? Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with that. So how about if we say something like, even though my body's not perfect, I love and accept myself anyway. Does that sound okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So even though my body's not perfect,
Perfect.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And even though my health isn't where I want it to be,
And even though my health isn't where I want it to be,
maybe that's okay.
maybe that's okay.
And maybe I'm okay.
And maybe I'm okay.
And I choose to love and accept myself exactly as I am.
And I choose to love and accept myself exactly as I am.
And even though it's sometimes hard to appreciate my body,
And even though it's sometimes hard to appreciate my body,
when my health isn't where I want it to be,
when my health isn't where I want it to be,
I'm choosing to feel safe anyway.
I'm choosing to feel safe anyway.
And I love and accept all of me.
And I love and accept all of me.
Onto the eyebrows. I don't always appreciate my body.
I don't always appreciate my body.
My health isn't where I want it to be.
My health isn't where I want it to be.
My body's not perfect.
My body's not perfect.
And sometimes it's hard to appreciate it.
And sometimes it's hard to appreciate it.
My health isn't where I want it to be.
My health isn't where I want it to be.
And that can be really difficult.
And that can be really difficult.
And I'm choosing to honour those feelings.
And I'm choosing to honour those feelings.
And allowing myself to know.
And allowing myself to know.
That my body does a lot of things right.
That my body does a lot of things right.
It's okay to appreciate my body.
It's okay to appreciate my body.
Even when it isn't perfect.
Even when it isn't perfect.
It's okay to appreciate my body.
It's okay to appreciate my body.
Even though my health could be better.
Even though my health could be better.
All of these challenges.
All of these challenges.
I'm allowing myself to appreciate my body.
I'm allowing myself to appreciate my body.
And to send it as much love as I can.
And to send it as much love as I can.
Okay, deep breath. How does that feel?
It feels like it's time to focus on the progress I've made. Again, it's the wanting to rush the healing and the things that
Yeah.
I've had, like I had that meniscus tear in my knee.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I'd say it's like 80% recovered now. But
Amazing.
it's taken a while. Well, there's that negative part of me saying, oh, it's taken so long to do this. On the positive side, I didn't have to have any surgery or anything. I've
Well,
healed it
that's
myself.
amazing. Yeah.
I should be focusing on that rather than how long it's taken.
Okay. let's tap. Okay, so even though this is taking so long to heal,
Even though this is taking so long to heal.
and part of me is saying I shouldn't be saying that.
And part of me shouldn't be saying that.
I choose to accept all of these parts.
I choose to accept all of these parts.
And every other part of me.
And every other part of me.
Even though part of me feels like this is taking too long.
Even though part of me feels like this is taking too long.
And another part of me is saying, don't think that.
And another part of me is saying, don't think that.
Just appreciate that I haven't had to have surgery.
Just appreciate that I haven't had to have surgery.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I accept that I have this conflict.
I accept that I have this conflict.
And I love and accept all of me anyway.
And I love and accept all of me anyway.
Even though part of me wants to rush to heal.
Even though part of me wants to rush to heal.
And I wish that it was better already.
And I wish that it was better already.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay to feel that way.
That's okay to feel that way.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Onto the eyebrows. It's taking so long.
It's taking so long.
It feels like it's taking ages.
It feels like it's taking ages.
It feels like it's taking too long.
It feels like it's taking too long.
Part of me wants to rush to heal.
Part of me wants to rush to heal.
Part of me wants to be better already.
Part of me wants to be better already.
And another part of me can really appreciate.
And another part of me can really appreciate.
How well I've done to avoid surgery.
How well I've done to avoid surgery.
Because I have done well.
Because I have done well.
This is 80% healed.
This is 80% healed.
And that's incredible.
And that's incredible.
I'm choosing to give myself credit for that.
I'm choosing to give myself credit for that.
Whilst I also recognise
that
it's okay to feel impatient.
That it's okay to feel impatient.
This impatient part of me.
This impatient part of me.
I don't want to feel that way.
I don't want to feel that way.
I want to be patient and serene.
I want to be patient and serene.
But I have this impatient part.
But I have this impatient part.
This part that wants to be better now.
This part that wants to be better now.
This part that's had enough of healing.
This part that's had enough of healing.
And just wants to be well.
And just wants to be well.
I accept that part is there.
I accept that part is there.
I can send love to that part.
I can send love to that part.
Even though it's impatient.
Even though it's impatient.
It's okay to have all of these feelings.
It's okay to have all of these feelings.
It's okay to have a poorly knee.
It's okay to have a poorly knee.
It's okay to be patient.
It's okay to be patient.
It's okay to be impatient.
It's okay to be impatient.
Because I'm a whole human being.
Because I'm a whole human being.
Filled with beautiful, complex feelings.
Filled with beautiful, complex feelings.
And it's okay to feel all of them.
And it's okay to feel all of them.
And it's okay to allow my body to heal.
And it's okay to allow my body to heal.
And to take as long as it takes.
And to take as long as it takes.
Deep breath.
Yeah, it's all linked to the other thing, as you already know, that the knee thing is part of the finding balance. So finding balance and not rushing. But strangely enough, that shape has now moved to my knee.
Okay.
So it's going to stay there as like a reminder that for the balance, it's all about
Yeah.
the balance. Yeah. So that was there to make me, but not in a way that stopped me, like the broken
Yeah.
arm. It was a reminder. It's like, this can, I must have made some progress then for the knee to have started healing. I have made some progress in the slowing down by
Yeah.
dropping days of the office job. So
Yeah.
September, I've gone part-time in the part-time office job so that I can create a bit more space for everything else. So that's partly like part of the healing. So it's to take days off, you know.
Definitely. Yes. Absolutely. Take days off. I
And
think
to
it's,
take, to take the exercise that without trying to over push myself, I
yeah.
can now start. Now it's 80% healed. I can now start to up the exercise a bit more
Yeah. In a way
without
that's sort of manageable and gentle and kind to yourself.
push it to try and, you know, and soon I'll be back to doing yoga, which is good. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, it came to me to like do some more. I have signed up for a Qigong class, so that energy kind of, that exercise is going to be really good for healing my knee as well.
Yeah, that sounds great because that's a really lovely way, and it's got that flow of energy to it like yoga has as well. So
Yeah.
that sounds beautiful.
It's like again, it's the steady increase with the exercise now that I'm healing without trying to, don't go to a club size class and jump about because you'll
Yeah,
even worse.
yeah, yeah. And it's knowing what's right for you and intuiting what you can manage at any given time, isn't it? So how are you feeling on that acceptance around that now and that the need to rush the healing? Where does that feel?
It feels like because I've got the balance and the, overdoing things, that is going to ripple into the exercise and to the healing, to notice the steady progress rather than be impatient with it being not quite healed yet.
Yeah, yeah,
To look at the progress from like 2 weeks ago, say, for example. If I focus on the steady progress, then that is where my attention is going to increase the healing and not get
yeah.
frustrated.
And I do think all the things that we're working on today, it's an ongoing thing that we keep needing to tap on because we do this work and we go, yeah, it's okay to go slowly, it's okay to make steady progress. And then we go back into the world where the people are and everyone's going, hurry up, get everything done, do more, be more, have more. And it comes into us. So then we've got to come back and go, no, it's okay to go slowly. And for me to keep tapping, for you to use the methods that you use, whatever helps you with slowing down. Um, yeah, it's sort of a constant self-care thing, isn't it?
And I think as well, it's all kind of coming together. I'm going to Anglesey on like just a 4-night retreat on Friday. So I feel as though part of me is being reminded to say, if I want to step out of some of the group activities and just take some quiet time, then
Yeah,
to just do that.
yeah. It's that being able to listen to your body, and I think,
Yeah. And then to say that, if the majority of the group are going to walk up a mountain, for example, to
yeah,
say, I'm just going to do the coastal walk instead or something like that or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, that sounds really positive. Does that feel safe and possible to do? Is it a well-being retreat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So it's
feel like it will help other people in the group that are kind of a bit more people pleaser. We started with that, didn't we?
yeah,
That they're going to say, actually, I'm going to do what's right for me. And it may well be that we split into little groups of like, I'll be the more chilled out group.
yeah, yeah, that might work really well. And I love that idea of once one person starts to say, actually, I'm going to do what's right for me, it gives permission. So you're not just kind of doing this for you, although that would be fine and that would be enough. But it shifts the culture. It's going to shift the culture of that whole retreat, and it'll shift kind of things for everyone around you. Like, oh, Lorraine can do that, so
So
maybe
can
I
I?
can do that. Yeah. And then maybe just bit by bit, we all start to ease off and chill out because there's always going to be enough to do that we could fill our time and be frantic. And that's kind of the way that so many people are heading, isn't it? And just this sort of relentless busyness. So it's quite revolutionary to slow down.
Let's do nothing. I even saw that one of my friends put a post the other day about the pressure to put in self-care things in your diary. So it's like,
Yeah, it becomes another box to tick,
yeah,
doesn't it? And it's just
and just do nothing.
I what I really love is trying to make sure that and I don't manage this every week, but trying to make sure that I've got a day where I can wake up and think, what shall I do today?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just no plans. And because I think we've lost that skill to some extent. Like a lot of people are just like, oh, I've got some free time. I don't know what to do with it. It's been 10 years since I had some free time.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a huge thing. How are you feeling? Is there anything more coming up that you would like to tap on before we bring the session to a close?
No, I feel good for today. Yeah, feeling positive.
Brilliant. That's
Sure.
amazing.
And less impatient. I'm not like, I'm just like, yeah, you can be balanced and take things at a steady progress pace instead of trying to run a marathon before I can walk.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds really good. And it's such a good metaphor that that's going on in your body as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all connected, isn't it? You know,
Absolutely. Yeah, it really is.
body, I think, as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.